Gratitude is a simple word, but its power is extraordinary. It is the silent force that can change how we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. When we practice gratitude, we begin to notice the blessings hidden in everyday moments, the smile of a stranger, the warmth of the sun, the kindness of a friend. Gratitude opens our hearts and shifts our minds from what we lack to what we already have. In a world that often focuses on problems, challenges, and desires for more, gratitude reminds us to pause and appreciate the present. It is the key that unlocks joy, peace, and connection. Through gratitude, we can heal wounds, build stronger relationships, and create a life full of abundance. This journey into the power of gratitude will reveal lessons that can transform your life. It will show you how to cultivate a grateful heart, find strength in difficult times, and invite growth and happiness in ways you never imagined. Let's begin this beautiful path of gratitude together, because when we learn to be truly thankful, everything changes. Lesson 1. Life stops when we forget to be grateful. There is a quiet emptiness that often creeps into our lives without warning. We wake up, rush through our days chasing goals, desires, and dreams. Yet, despite achieving so much, a strange feeling of dissatisfaction lingers. This is the subtle danger of forgetting gratitude. Gratitude isn't just good manners or a polite thank you. It is the heartbeat of happiness, the light that guides us through dark times. When we forget to be grateful, life slows down, not in a peaceful way, but in a way that drains us of joy and meaning. This lesson is about understanding why gratitude is essential for truly living. Without gratitude, there is no true joy, even when everything seems perfect. Many people spend their lives accumulating things, achievements, and relationships, believing these will bring happiness. A new house, a better job, a successful relationship. All these seem like milestones of a happy life. But what if I told you that without gratitude, all of this can still feel hollow? You might have everything on the outside, but inside, you feel restless and empty. This is because gratitude is not about the things we have. It is about the way we perceive those things. Imagine two people. One owns a small apartment, drives an old car, and has a modest salary. The other has a big house, a fancy car, and a high-paying job. The first person wakes up every day thankful for the little they have. The morning sun through the window, a cup of tea, a kind word from a friend. The second person, despite all their wealth, often feels dissatisfied, always craving more and comparing themselves to others. Gratitude is the difference. It turns what we have into enough. Without gratitude, joy remains just out of reach. We become like runners chasing a finish line that keeps moving farther away. We forget to stop and appreciate the journey itself. That simple meal, the laughter of a loved one, a gentle breeze. These small gifts are what truly make life rich. But when gratitude disappears, the mind focuses only on what is missing or what went wrong. This creates a constant cycle of wanting and dissatisfaction, where no success ever feels satisfying for long. Gratitude teaches us to be present, to find contentment in the now. It softens the sharp edges of life and makes ordinary moments beautiful. It reminds us that happiness is not something to pursue in the future, but something to cultivate today, wherever we are. Without gratitude, life may look perfect from the outside, but inside, it lacks warmth and meaning. Gratitude helps us find peace. Even in the hardest times, life is unpredictable. It throws challenges, losses, and pain our way. In these moments, it is natural to feel overwhelmed, angry, or hopeless. But even in the darkest nights, gratitude can be a steady flame that keeps us going. It doesn't make the pain disappear, but it helps us survive it and find peace amidst the chaos. Consider the story of a woman who faced a series of devastating losses. Losing her job, a close relationship, and her home all in a short span. At first, she was consumed by despair, but slowly she began a simple practice. Every day she wrote down one thing she was thankful for. Sometimes it was as small as the warmth of sunlight or the kindness of a stranger. This daily act of gratitude didn't erase her problems, but it shifted her focus. It reminded her that not everything was lost, that there was still goodness in her life. Gratitude in hard times acts like an anchor. It grounds us when the storms of life threaten to sweep us away. It helps us see that even in suffering there is something to hold on to, a memory, a smile, a moment of kindness. This tiny spark can be enough to give us strength to keep moving forward. Scientific research supports this too. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly have lower levels of depression and anxiety, even when facing serious hardships. Gratitude helps regulate emotions, promotes resilience, and improves mental health. It changes our brain's chemistry to focus on positivity rather than negativity, enabling us to cope better with stress. In your own life, there might be moments when everything feels broken. Yet even then, finding one small thing to appreciate, whether it's your breath, a friend's voice, or the quiet of the night, can be a powerful tool for healing. Gratitude doesn't demand perfection or an absence of pain. It simply asks us to notice what is still good, what remains light in the darkness. Lesson 2. Gratitude is the science of the heart. We often believe science lives in labs and gratitude lives in emotions. But what if I told you that gratitude is science too? Not the kind found in textbooks, but the kind proven in the human heart. Gratitude doesn't only feel good, it does good. It changes our body, our brain, and our entire way of living. This lesson explores how gratitude is more than a soft feeling. It is strength. It is healing. It is survival, backed by science. Gratitude rewires the brain, turning struggle into strength. Imagine you've had a bad day. You're tired, your work didn't go well, and someone said something that hurt you. Naturally, your brain focuses on what went wrong. That's how the human mind evolved, to notice threats, to protect itself. But here's where gratitude steps in like quiet magic. Scientific studies have shown that when you pause to list just 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small, your brain shifts. It starts releasing dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals responsible for happiness and calm. In time, your brain learns to find the good faster, even during stress. One study from UC Berkeley found that people who practiced weekly gratitude journaling had a more active prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain linked to decision-making, focus, and emotional control. Gratitude literally rewires your mind. It helps you stop spiraling into negativity and builds new emotional strength. Think of your brain as a garden. Without gratitude, weeds grow, complaints, anger, anxiety. But with daily thankfulness, you plant flowers. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your mood becomes stronger. Even your memory improves. Gratitude trains the brain to stop reacting and start reflecting. And in a world that constantly demands more, this power is priceless. Gratitude heals the body, restoring balance from inside out. While gratitude calms the mind, it also heals the body. Many people don't realize that emotions and health are deeply connected. When we are constantly stressed, our body produces too much cortisol, the stress hormone. This weakens our immune system, affects sleep, increases blood pressure, and leaves us more open to illness. But when we feel genuine gratitude, our body responds in a powerful way. In one study by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, participants who regularly practiced gratitude showed lower levels of cortisol and better heart rate patterns, both signs of healthier nervous systems. In simple terms, gratitude helps your body relax and repair. It improves sleep quality, reduces aches and fatigue, and even speeds up recovery in people dealing with chronic illness. Think of it like this. The body listens to the heart. When the heart is filled with appreciation instead of fear, the body begins to feel safe again. There's a true story of a cancer patient who, alongside chemotherapy, kept a gratitude notebook. Every night she would write 5 things she was still grateful for. Her daughter's laughter, her favorite soup, a nurse's kindness. She said, "Gratitude gave me a reason to live, not just survive." That's the power of thankfulness. It's not a miracle. It's a medicine, a natural one, with no side effects, and everyone has access to it. Lesson 3. Gratitude builds stronger relationships. Gratitude is not just something we feel inside, it also shapes how we connect with others. When we express genuine thanks, it opens hearts and deepens bonds. Relationships, whether with family, friends, or colleagues, grow stronger through gratitude. This lesson explores how simple acts of appreciation create trust, kindness, and lasting love in our lives. Saying thank you strengthens bonds and creates trust. In our fast-paced world, we often take people for granted. The person who cooks our meals, the friend who listens, the coworker who helps. When we forget to say thank you, relationships become fragile and distant. But expressing gratitude, even in small ways, shows others they are seen, valued, and respected. This simple act builds trust and deepens connection. Studies show that couples who regularly express gratitude toward each other report higher satisfaction and stronger commitment. It creates a positive cycle. When one person feels appreciated, they respond with kindness and effort, which then encourages more gratitude in return. This strengthens the relationship like the roots of a tree, making it resilient to storms. Consider a story of a couple married for many years. Over time, daily routines made them stop noticing each other's efforts. They started feeling distant and unappreciated. But when they began a simple habit of sharing one thing they were grateful for about each other every day, their relationship blossomed again. Small words like, "Thank you for listening," or "I appreciate your support," reignited warmth and closeness that they thought was lost. Expressing gratitude is a powerful way to say, "You matter to me." It bridges gaps, heals wounds, and nurtures love. When gratitude flows freely, relationships become a source of joy and strength. Gratitude encourages empathy and forgiveness. Relationships are never perfect. Conflicts, misunderstandings, and mistakes happen. But gratitude can soften hard hearts and open the door to empathy and forgiveness. When we focus on the good in others and the positive moments we've shared, it becomes easier to overlook flaws and heal wounds. For example, imagine a friendship tested by a painful disagreement. Instead of dwelling on hurt, both friends take time to reflect on the reasons they value each other, the shared memories, support during tough times, or kindness shown before. This gratitude creates space for understanding and reconciliation. Research in psychology shows that gratitude increases feelings of empathy and reduces aggression. Grateful people are more likely to forgive and less likely to hold grudges. Gratitude shifts the focus from blame to appreciation, making it easier to repair broken connections. A real-life example is a story of two siblings who grew apart after a family dispute. Years later, they started sharing moments they were thankful for about each other, a childhood memory, a supportive gesture, a shared dream. This simple act of gratitude helped melt resentment and rebuild trust, bringing them closer than before. Gratitude in relationships is like a healing balm. It reminds us that behind every person is a story worth appreciating. It helps us see beyond faults and choose love over anger. Lesson 4. Gratitude unlocks abundance and growth. We often think abundance means having more money, more success, more things. But true abundance begins not outside, but inside us. Gratitude opens the door to abundance by shifting our mindset from scarcity to plenty. When we appreciate what we have, we create space for growth, creativity, and new opportunities. This lesson explores how gratitude unlocks the endless possibilities that surround us every day. Gratitude transforms scarcity into abundance. Scarcity is a feeling many of us experience. The fear that there is never enough time, money, love, or success. This mindset keeps us trapped in worry, comparison, and lack. But gratitude is a powerful antidote to scarcity. When we pause and truly recognize the blessings already present in our lives, scarcity begins to dissolve. Imagine a farmer who looks at his small field and feels despair, thinking it is too little to feed his family. But when he notices the fertile soil, the seeds ready to sprout, and the rain that nourishes the earth, his perspective changes. Suddenly, what seemed small becomes enough, and he feels hopeful and energized to work toward growth. Similarly, gratitude helps us see the richness in our lives that we often overlook, the health we enjoy, the relationships that support us, the skills we possess. This shift from not enough to more than enough creates a sense of abundance that fuels confidence and motivation. Gratitude also encourages generosity. When we feel abundant, we share more freely of time, kindness, and resources, which in turn brings more abundance back into our lives. It is a positive cycle that expands not only what we have, but who we are. Gratitude sparks creativity and opens doors to new opportunities. When we live with gratitude, we open ourselves to new possibilities. Appreciating what is instead of focusing on what is missing frees our minds to imagine, innovate, and take risks. Gratitude nurtures a growth mindset, the belief that we can learn, improve, and create even in the face of challenges. For example, artists and creators often describe gratitude as the source of their inspiration. By being thankful for small successes, feedback, and moments of joy, they cultivate patience and resilience. This helps them keep moving forward, experimenting, and producing work that touches others deeply. Gratitude also attracts opportunities. People are naturally drawn to those who express genuine appreciation because gratitude radiates positivity and openness. When you show gratitude in your relationships and work, you build trust and goodwill, creating a network that supports your growth. A story that illustrates this is about a young entrepreneur who faced many failures before finding success. Instead of being discouraged, she practiced daily gratitude, thanking mentors, customers, and even her setbacks for lessons learned. This mindset helped her stay motivated and open to unexpected chances. Eventually, her gratitude-fueled optimism led her to new partnerships and growth she had never imagined. In essence, gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to a life of abundance and endless potential. Lesson 5. Gratitude cultivates resilience and inner peace. Life is full of ups and downs. Challenges, failures, and pain are inevitable parts of our journey. But how we face these moments makes all the difference. Gratitude is a powerful tool that builds resilience, the strength to bounce back, and brings deep inner peace. This lesson explores how gratitude helps us endure hardship, heal from wounds, and live with calm confidence. Gratitude builds emotional strength to overcome difficulties. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to fall into despair or bitterness. But gratitude offers a different path. By focusing on what still remains good, even in hard times, we create an emotional buffer that protects us from being crushed by negativity. For example, people who face serious illnesses often talk about gratitude as their anchor. They find strength in appreciating moments of kindness, the support of loved ones, or simply the gift of each new day. This doesn't mean ignoring pain, but choosing to hold on to hope and light amidst darkness. Scientific studies support this. Research shows that grateful people have lower levels of depression and anxiety. Gratitude reduces the power of negative emotions and increases positive ones, making us emotionally stronger. This strength helps us face setbacks with courage and the belief that we can grow through difficulty. Think of gratitude as a shield made of light. It doesn't block all storms, but it softens their impact and helps us keep moving forward. Gratitude creates a calm mind and peaceful heart. In today's busy world, stress and restlessness often overwhelm us. Our minds race with worries about the future or regrets from the past. Gratitude gently brings us back to the present moment, the only place where peace truly exists. When we practice gratitude, we focus on what we have now instead of what we lack. This simple shift calms our thoughts and reduces mental clutter. It encourages mindfulness and helps us savor life's small joys, sunsets, laughter, a warm meal, or kind words. Inner peace doesn't mean a life without problems, but a mind that is steady and heart that is open regardless of circumstances. Gratitude cultivates this peace by reminding us of life's beauty, even amid chaos. There is a story of a woman who lost her job and faced many uncertainties. Instead of spiraling into fear, she began each day by listing 3 things she was grateful for. Over time, this practice brought her calm and clarity. She was able to find new opportunities and rebuild her life with patience and hope. Gratitude is a gentle teacher of peace. It shows us that even in the hardest moments, there is something to appreciate, a seed of calm that grows into lasting serenity. Gratitude is more than just a polite word or a fleeting feeling. It is a profound power that transforms our lives from the inside out. When we embrace gratitude, we begin to see the world with new eyes. Eyes that notice the beauty hidden in ordinary moments, the kindness in others, and the lessons in our struggles. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is missing to what is already present, filling our hearts with contentment and joy. In a life full of challenges, uncertainties, and fast changes, gratitude becomes our anchor. It reminds us to pause, breathe, and appreciate even the smallest blessings, a warm smile, a helping hand, or a peaceful sunset. This simple practice can lift us out of despair, calm our restless minds, and open the door to hope and happiness. Gratitude also connects us deeply with others. When we express sincere thanks, we strengthen bonds, build trust, and create a circle of kindness that supports and uplifts everyone involved. It teaches us empathy and forgiveness, helping us heal wounds and grow closer to those we love. Moreover, gratitude fuels our growth and resilience. It changes scarcity into abundance and sparks creativity and new opportunities. Through gratitude, we learn to embrace life's ups and downs with courage and grace, knowing that every experience holds value. The power of gratitude is always within your reach. It requires no special tools, no perfect moment, only an open heart and a willing mind. By making gratitude a daily habit, you transform your life into a journey of peace, strength, and endless possibility. Start today. Notice the good. Give thanks. Watch how gratitude changes everything.